Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I just have a pretty decent update for you guys. It's been almost a month since we've seen each other. So yeah, we're going to talk about some medical stuff. So if you're new to me or new to my channel, hello. Hi, I am Misty and I have everything wrong with me. So I'm just giving you like an update on what's been going on health-wise, what's been going on eating-wise, etc., etc. So I need some coffee. I'm gonna regret it. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock actually. It'll be okay. Okay, let's start with surgery. I had hand surgery last Wednesday. This is the 17th. So last Wednesday, the 8th, I had hand surgery. It was just a tendon release, but it's basically where like, I don't know. It's like the sheath of, I don't know. All I know is that I had it done. Went and had my stitches out today. He wants me to keep it covered just to give it some cushion because it is really, really tender. It also doesn't help that I've been doing too much. When I had my thumb done, I couldn't move my finger. Like I couldn't move my thumb the way he had it wrapped. And you really can't do a whole lot with these fingers. So I had a really hard time and I basically just left this hand alone. But since my thumb has been out, I've been doing a little bit too much. So, but I didn't pop a stitch. I was really concerned that I'd popped the stitch the other day, but I had not. Things look really, really good. And hopefully, hopefully I won't have to see him again for a while. I did tell him today though, that if I have to have another one, I'm going to be sedated. So for my thumb and for this one, I just chose local. So basically he injected lidocaine or whatever into my hand. And then, so I was awake and he operated on it. I didn't feel any pain, but I felt the sensation of what he was doing. And even now it still makes me sick to my stomach. So I was like, I didn't feel it on the thumb. I guess because there wasn't as much area involved with the thumb as it was with the middle of the hand. So I was like, next time I'm gonna have to be sedated because ugh, gross. And then getting the stitches out today. She's like, do you need a break? And I'm like, no, it's just 2 little stitches. Let me just look at the ceiling and you get them out of there. So that is done. And it feels like it's going to be pretty okay. Like I said, I've been doing stuff with it. And it's still pretty swollen. I'm still pretty sore, but things are working out with that. I went and saw my rheumatologist Wednesday, had another infusion. That's my 4th infusion. And this is going so well for me. I mean, I basically don't have a whole lot of pain from the RA right now, which I don't want to jinx it. Don't jinx it, Misty. Things seem to be doing okay. So I'm really, really happy about that. I go back in November for another infusion. She wants me, so I got my flu shot, but she wants me to get a shingles vaccine, and it's a very specific shingles vaccine. So unfortunately my doctor's office doesn't do that. So I'm gonna have to figure out, you know, if I'm gonna go to CVS or Walmart or not Walmart, well, Walmart or Walgreens to get that done. I also had my 3rd Moderna vaccine, so I got a booster, and that was the first time I actually felt symptoms of it. So I'm glad that I went ahead and got a booster. I would take a 4th one if they open that up because I just feel like the more the better. So that's kind of that. I still haven't heard back from the neurologist office. I think I messaged them about 2 weeks ago and was like, hey, where are we on the IVIG thing? They haven't messaged me back, so I'm going to go ahead and seek them out next week and see what's going on because I would like to get that started. I've met my deductible. Have 0 out-of-pocket costs. Can we please, for the love of all things holy, get that started? So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. My muscle weakness has been pretty consistent. It also doesn't help that I'm having to overuse my right arm and hand to compensate for not being able to use my left one. So that hasn't been helpful, but it is what it is. I talked to my pain management doctor on the 2nd. If you guys remember, the 1st of August, I was down with my back and it was horrible. It was awful. It was horrible. Ended up getting a facet injection in both levels on my lumbar, and it was immediate relief, like immediate 100% relief. I was able to walk, breathe, whatever. So when I talked to her again, we did it telemed, but she was like, are you ready for the rhizotomy? And I said, yes. So I'm having a rhizotomy next Friday, which I think is the 24th. And that's basically where they go in and they basically turn off the nerve receptor that sends it to your brain that you're in pain. I don't know if they're going to do that by like ablating the nerve. I'm not really sure how this is going to work exactly. I do know that I have to be at the hospital to do it. We're doing it at a Plano surgery center or something like that. I don't remember, but it's something like that. Speaking of, they didn't send me the information. I need to call them. Anyway, so that's going to be next Friday. I'm kind of really nervous about that one. I probably because I don't understand much about it. And I see a nurse practitioner and she's good. I really do like her, but she can be like boom, boom, boom. Because I was like, could you explain exactly how this is going to work? And she said I would be sedated, but they would wake me up every few minutes to make sure that he was in the right spot. So you guys, I hope this works because, it's just, you guys know, those of you who have nerve pain, you know how awful and horrible it is. And I just want a little bit of mobility back without having any pain. I had to sit on a stool today. And I was in the room for about 45 minutes before he came in, and I had to stand up and start walking around because it hurt my lower back so much. So fingers crossed, prayers said, all the good juju sent out into the world that this rhizotomy will be okay. So if you've had one and you have a horror story, please don't share it. Please don't share it. I'm sorry that happened to you, but please don't share it. I don't need any horror stories going into this. So that is what's going on with the pain management. I'm still wearing my lidocaine patches every day. They are my saving grace, and I'm very, very lucky that they work for me because I know they don't always work for everybody else. I haven't been having to I took pain medicine the first 3 days of surgery, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By Saturday, I was good, felt very minimal pain unless I just overdid it. So, and I haven't been having to take pain medicine for my back, so that's also putting good juju out into the world because the last time I said that, I ended up with that back issue. So I think this will be it for the lower back, unless I have to have another like surgery. This is just pain management. Hi friends. So this is actually not last but not least. After I got done filming this update, I got my blood work from the rheumatologist through my portal or whatever. And you guys, my iron is out of control again. So you guys know this has been like every other visit, this has been an issue with the red blood count. Now the red blood count was actually where it needed to be. But I'll throw up the blood work and maybe you guys can help me decipher this because it looks like I have iron overload, which I don't know. So I reached out today to see if I needed to go see a hematologist or if I just need to go give blood. What the hell? So last but not least is talk about some blood work. So I had some blood work done for my endocrinologist. She wanted to see my cortisol levels because, as I've mentioned, for a while, I mean, from October of last year until June, mid-June. So from October of last year to mid-June of this year, my blood sugars have been elevated for no reason on my behalf. Like nothing I've been doing on my side of things had caused my blood sugars to be elevated. I was eating basically zero carb. I was fasting like a crazy person. I shouldn't say that. I was fasting like nobody's business. I mean, I did a 21-day fast and it still didn't get low enough. So it's been really, really frustrating. And I keep saying, I feel like we're missing something. So I got the blood work results and I'll flash it up on the screen. Now, I'm not a doctor. I haven't heard from her. I did reach out to a couple of medical professionals. Those of you that follow me, thank you for calming me down a little bit. So from the blood work, it looks like I may have Cushing's syndrome. So Cushing's is just a disorder. It's a hormonal imbalance, basically, where you have too much cortisol. Cortisol is what controls like your insulin response, I think. You're going to have to Wikipedia it. I don't know for sure. All I know is that the two numbers are high, and the ACTH plasma is the one that really is the one that's most concerning, because that normally signals that you have a tumor on your pituitary, on a gland. So I'm not putting the cart before the horse because I haven't heard from my endocrinologist, but this would absolutely 100% explain why my blood sugars have been elevated, because you guys know, because several of you always go, it's your cortisol's high. I'm like, yeah, I know. What do I do? So it'll be interesting to see what she has to say. I think I told you guys that I still have the nodule on my thyroid, but it hasn't grown. So like I said, I'm trying not to put the cart before the horse, but I am a little bit worried. But also maybe a little bit relieved. If this is the issue, if this is the answer, then thank Jesus, because it's so frustrating when you're doing what you need to do and your body is not responding the way it should respond. I mean, it's just been hell. And so I've been having some issues with the Ozempic, like bowel movement wise. And I actually haven't lost any more weight either. I've been hovering around 360 this whole entire time. So I don't know what that is about. I mean, I'm barely eating. I'm eating maybe one meal a day. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I've basically been eating some olives and some salami for the last week or so because I haven't been able to cook. Rob can't cook. And I haven't really, I mean, I guess it's helping me not be too hungry, but I don't know. I just don't like the Ozempic, but I am seeing a improvement in my blood sugar. Of course, not the last week because I got a steroid on Wednesday, but this morning it was 161. I'm hovering at 226 right now. I bumped up from 161 to 245 after having my coffee, which it does that sometime, even though I'm using the whole blends, the monk fruit, erythritol, stevia blend. So that's kind of frustrating that it'll go up and not come down. But again, this is the same thing that I've been dealing with since like October, maybe even late September. It's probably been a year since I've been dealing with this. So I have noticed, like, I can't eat Rebel ice cream anymore, which makes me really sad, and only sad in a way because once again, things that I've been able to eat in the past, I can no longer eat. Like it makes me incredibly ill. And I don't know if it's because it's so high in fat, like milk fats, because it's ice cream. I don't know, because I don't have any issues with my heavy cream. I don't have any issues with cheese. So I don't think it's a lactose thing. I think it's a fat thing, like the amount of fat in the food. So, but it bumps my blood sugar up and it makes me so sick to my stomach. The same way with Lily's, which is sweetened with stevia. So it's just like anything remotely tasting sweet, my body's like, nope, bitch, nope, get it out. So that's been really hard and really frustrating. What else? I really think that's it. So next month, do I have anything going next month? I see my endocrinologist and my pain management doctor, both of them on the 28th of October. And then it's the it's the 9th, 10th, and 11th in November that's busy. So the 9th I see my neurologist for the last time. This one I will get a new one. Wednesday I have my infusion, and then Thursday I see the urologist. So it's just been, I told her, I was like, I feel like all we do anymore is go to the doctor. Like, all I do is go to the doctor. I actually see my primary care physician next week. With my primary care physician, I am going to ask for an echocardiogram. I think I mentioned in a video that the Ozempic makes me feel like I felt when I was on Fen-Phen. And if you're unaware, depending on your age, in the mid-90s, Fen-Phen was a weight loss drug that they brought out. And then, just like most drugs, they found out that it causes mitral valve damage. And they had this huge class action lawsuit, which I was actually a part of, and I got it like a $2,000 settlement. So I had minimal damage, but that was like 14 years ago. So I'm going to ask my doctor to refer me to a cardiologist. I don't need a referral, but we've already been down the road where I saw somebody he didn't approve of, and I had a really bad experience. So I'm gonna have him refer me to a cardiologist and make sure that's okay, because that could also be playing a part. Plus, it's been probably 4 or 5 years since I've had a stress test. My heart has been fine other than that little bit of damage. And it's not a condition, but I saw a cardio electrophysiologist because I was having like these really bad chest pains. I mean, I ended up in the hospital for it. But she said it's because my heart doesn't skip a beat as much as most people's do. So when it does, it's a huge shock to my system, and that's what's causing the pain. So I feel fine about that. So it's like, the Cushing's and the thing with the cardiologist, that's what's really on my brain right now. Like I said, I'm trying not to borrow trouble. I'm trying to just live my life and just, keep on trucking. Because it's really easy to get focused on what you can't do or the unknown, etc. And you guys know I get that way. I really do get that way. But right now my focus is on just putting one foot in front of the other. I have this goal to be $299 by the end of the year. Who the fuck knows if that's even going to happen? Like I said, I'm basically intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, and it's just, I don't know. My body's just going through it. My skin has been going through it. I've had several huge allergic reactions to skincare and hair care and stuff. So yeah, I think my whole system just maybe I just need a detox. Maybe I should get some Kardashian detox tea or something. I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I haven't been doing I was like, I'm going to get back to vlogging, but I haven't been doing that. Again, I haven't been cooking really, and I've been eating the same thing every single day. I've been making iced coffee every morning, and then around 2 or 3, I'll have some olives and some salami. And that's about it. There's been a couple of times where Rob has gone and got ice cream, and I've had some Rebel ice cream, but like I said, I just can't with that anymore. It just makes me so flippin' sick. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. So I appreciate you guys hanging in here and caring about me, especially since I haven't been very active. I am going to try to sit down and do a talk through about my bathroom, why we picked the materials that we did, the plans for it going forward, and then I will share what it looks like in between if I can have the ability to do that. We're actually going to not stay here for a couple of days. We're doing a a curbless shower. So it's going to be wheelchair friendly. So all I'd have to do is open the door and wheel in. There's not going to be a ramp. So in order to do that, they have to put the shower pan under the level of where the foundation is right now. So they're going to have to jackhammer concrete out. And I'm like, that's going to stress Roxy out so much. Her mama's going to be stressed out too. So Rob is like, I'm going to take that week off, and we've decided you're just going to stay at a local hotel, bring her with us. She didn't do so well in the car. I think it's the movement in the car that was the big issue for her. But when we got to the hotel, she was fine. So we're going to do that for a couple of days, just until they're done jackhammering, and then we can come home. Because I was just like, she is going to be so flippin' stressed out. So that's it. That's a lot of words. Sometimes I word vomit. It is what it is. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Yay for Texas about to get our little tiny baby cold front. I'm like, September. September is just second summer for us in here in Texas. I'm not complaining though, because we did have a very mild and very wet summer for this area. So the weather's fine, but yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I love your faces. I hope you guys are doing very, very well. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you and how you're doing. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. So love you guys. I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.